Happy birthday, Ray Warren. Happy birthday to the great Ray Warren. He's walked in here with a spring in his step tonight. 70 years young on Tuesday. From everybody here at Channel 9 and everybody in Rugby League, happy birthday, Rabbits.
You know I'm an emotional person. I can't get up to the top of that. Can you take them out while I just wipe my eyes? No, that's lovely. Thank you, Phil, and thank you to those people that put that little birthday greeting together. It took me quite by surprise. And thank you to the big bloke upstairs for giving me 70 years and 48 years of it broadcasting this wonderful game and watching wonderful players come through like this young fellow who played so brilliantly on Wednesday night, James Maloney. But to all you people that I've been in your lounge rooms for quite some time, and I am getting quite a few birthday wishes. Thank you so much for your thoughts. Well, this is the team that's in crisis, so there's no question about that. You've heard Gus talking to Ricky earlier on. The good news for them is they have won 3 of their 4 games here this season at their home ground. And what also might act as a pick-me-up for the Eels supporters is that of 14 teams beaten by 30 or more this season, 9 have won their next game, and that includes the Eels, who beat Cronulla 24-22 after caving into the Roosters the week before by that atrocious 50-0 scoreboard. So Tim Manor has done this before. He leads the Eels out. You've been acquainted with the fact that Jared Hayne will come from the bench tonight, and I think Andrew Johns has nailed it. It's the welcome from the blue and gold fraternity. Been a long time between drinks for them. I understand that, and I think something had to be done, and it might have been an appropriate time to do it, even for this year, with registration closing on the 30th of June. Ken Seo wearing number 2. Tim Manor then is their captain tonight. Jared will come off the bench, and I think he will play 6. Chris Sando, one of the highly paid Parramatta players. And in fact, he's kicked 4 40-20s this year. That's the young fellow on debut, Williami, Braden Williami. He's the 7th player to be handed his top grade jumper tonight. He equals the highest number of players, in fact, to be blooded in the Eels first grade side since the year 2000. And we're only in round 12. Comes from Woy Woy, ironically, the junior club up there at Woy Woy called the Roosters, and they're playing for Jack Gibson's Cup tonight. Currently held by the Eels, only contested when it's played at Parramatta, and Sando kicks off to start round 12 of the competition, and Kennedy comes back 15 metres out from the Roosters line. He'd be probably using a little bit of motivation, which is probably a hard thing to do for a Queenslander if they're coming off the back of the loss. But Kennedy's name is being tossed around long before the loss on Wednesday for Queensland in the future. That's Cordner, and he'll play the ball 35 out. Andrew's in the box with me tonight, together with Gus.
Rabs, Michael Jennings is clutching at a knee after his first run.
Jennings is way back down to the 30-metre line. Gone through Pearce and gone away to Cordner, and Cordner 35 metres out. Jennings, he's trying to run it out at the moment. Here's Maloney kicking it down into the corner, and Maloney kicking it, and Maloney catching it for Parramatta. Back on the 10-metre line, Parramatta guarding the southern end of this ground today. In front of, well, it's a healthy crowd, I've got to say that. On the back of the results from Parramatta, including their last performance against the Roosters and their last performance up at Mudgee. This is Terapo, the lock forward. Went into the sheds to learn some of these faces up at Mudgee, and Ricky's got a big opinion of him. Now the kick from Kelly down the ground to the 20-metre line, and it's Minicello out from the 30. And he'll play the ball in the middle of the ground. Minicello plays it, and Maloney runs from dummy half. He knew he had the markers either non-existent or in an offside position. Ball is being played then by Tupou, right on halfway, and the other winger comes across to take the run. Tuivasa-Sheck to Friend a dummy half, to Pearce at half, to Williams out there on the edge. In the second row position on the right, he attacks. Friend then, a quick play the ball by Williams. You can't let him play the ball that quickly. And here is Pearce putting himself into a gap, but they knock on. O'Donnell knocks on. They were doing it at a very high speed. And it doesn't surprise there was a mistake on the end of it.
He's had a very good season, Jake Friend, and I think some teams come up against the Roosters and they're worried about the Mitchell Pearces and the Sonny Bill Williams and the Michael Jennings and these fellas. But this little fella out of dummy half gets under their guard. He was able to go right, shape left, and then put Pearce into a little hole. He's got a little grubber kick in his game. He can also make a little line break himself. So Jake Friend, with all these great players around him, gets plenty of scope to do some things himself.
This is Jacob Loco playing the ball on the 20-metre line. CO goes away from dummy half. And then a short ball up for Manor, who got the ball at exactly the moment he wanted it from Keating. And the penalty goes to Parramatta.
Get your knees out.
Whistleblowers tonight are Gavin Morris, who gave this penalty, and Adam Devsic. So Parramatta on their red line. O'Donnell giving the penalty, and Sando with a good kick, actually. It's found 30 metres, and the ball boy puts it on the touchline for the free kick to be taken by Kelly, who's wearing 19. And then Moi, he always brings the crowd to their feet. Always brings them to their feet. Doesn't matter where they're coming in the competition. Here is Sando going behind a big decoy run, and then Mullaney comes in from the back. He's only jockey-sized. He's probably about the same size as Les Johns, I would imagine. Now it's come back and gone away from Paulo out to Loco. And Parramatta on the attack. 20 metres out. And the 6 is with it again. Joseph Paulo. He's handy with the ball. He's got to be watched. Sando got a call inside from Manor, and Manor makes about 10 metres. 5 gone then for the blue and golds. They come out to Kelly. Lovely ball out to Loco. Drops it on his foot. That was a very good piece of work. I know it didn't come to anything, but Loco was fending and holding off the defence with one arm, and then dropped it onto his left foot. And you watch it again here with Kenny Dowell hanging onto him. Tuivasa Shek puts a little mark on the incident, and that took a fair bit of doing from Jacob Loco.
He's a good boy, Jacob Loco.
Come on.
A big lad, only going to get bigger. He hasn't stopped growing yet, but he's got all the skills. Strong right arm fend,
10 to go.
left arm carry.
Go on, back rowers. Put the ball in.
When he learns his trade, he's going to be quite a handful.
So 15 out from their own line with the team number 3, and they've got the penalty with Parramatta inside the 10. And this man in 13 appears to be the main offender, Penny Terapo.
Hey, stay behind.
Richard Pearce kicking for touch. His dad, Wayne, who's a commissioner for the Rugby League, represented the commission just earlier tonight. He brought out a birthday cake from the commission. So to John Grant and your people, I say thank you as well. Play by Kennedy now. And here it goes away to O'Donnell. He'll play the ball 30 metres out, down the middle corridor. Played to Friend. They're letting them play the ball pretty quickly. Cordner got it on. Maloney is there. Sando's got him. They'll run a lot of traffic at Chris Sando. Sorry about that. This is Orbison. On that occasion, though, Chris was equal to the task. 18 metres out from Parramatta's line. And Cordner, who's got an enormous future. Through from Maloney to Pearce, and Minicello's with the ball. They're really playing the attacking role very fast. And Maloney kicks over to the corner. Tupou might score here. In fact, I think he might have scored. Tupou right above the pack.
Kids,
the corner post went, but that...
6.
Don't worry about it.
We have a try. Can you
Yeah, I think he's got himself a try here, this young winger, Daniel Tupou.
It was a beautiful kick by the 5'8", James Maloney. First he shapes for a grubber kick, which pulls the open side winger in. He looks like he's going to grub a kick. In the last minute, he changes his hands and kicks a low kick over the top of the winger there, and that's the target. The big man on the wing, Tupou. Seen him play several times this year. A lot of the high kicks for this young man. Can't he leap?
Well, there's no doubt about the result there. It's a try coming up for Tupou. They went straight to the rookie's wing with the kick, Braden Williami, and then defending against that running leap from that fellow is pretty much impossible. A try then for him. Daniel Tupou back in a moment for the kick. There's the try scorer, Daniel Tupou. And I think I told you the story some weeks ago. Some of the staff at the Roosters are of the opinion that this fellow could well emulate the work of Israel Folau in rugby league, which he has now converted to the other game, I admit that, but that's a hell of a tag to put on the kid, isn't it?
I think he's a Parramatta junior also.
I think you're right. Here's Maloney then.
He's had an outstanding year. Got a very high work rate, runs the ball a lot, coming out of trouble, gets in and helps his forwards. And you saw there just how easily he gets up in the air for the high ball across field.
25 out. It's on its way. It looks good, doesn't it? It's good, all right. The flags are in the air. Brad Fittler on the sideline.
It looked great. He only debuted at the end of last year. Daniel Tupou come over from Newtown, realised and see I was in short. He's been a target ever since the day he played his first grade game. Look at that.
Stay inside there.
Wow.
Stay inside.
I don't know whether Folau has ever been at 39,000 feet, but that kid just was. The altimeter had him at 39,000. Now Minicello marking the kickoff, and Kennedy goes bullocking his way back out towards the 20-metre line. What have we got? 19 sleeps now, isn't it? Is it 19 to State of Origin 2? That is going to be one hell of a cauldron. Here's Cordner. And Jared Hayne on the bench. Williams on his own 40-metre line, as you can see. We're coming to you from Parramatta Stadium. Lovely stadium to watch football from. Here's Minicello going across to the speedster Jennings. He flicks it back on the inside to Orbison, and Orbison had the attack really stretched, and it was Moi that made the tackle. Maloney to Pearce. Pearce to the right foot, high and down towards the fullback. Maloney underneath the ball and doing well is Seo. Kim Seo cleaning up, and the fullback goes to dummy half. James Maloney, arm creeping up around the chin area to the discretion shown by the referee. Loco is with it now. A career checkered and punctuated by injury, Jacob Loco. Manor. Moi not intended for that ball. It goes to Sando to clear it, and it goes end on end down to Minicello. Tupou is back with him. Comes outside his own 10. Sando goes after him. He beats Sando. Gets it on to Mitchell Pearce. Mitchell is taken by Loco. Plays it back to Kenny Dow. And now Kenny Dow comes running out towards the 30-metre line. And Terapo goes in over the top there to clean up the Keating tackle. Now Tuivasa-Sheck. He's also a brilliant winger. He'd love a bit of the height of the winger on the other side, though. Play by Cordner. Friend switching the point to the other side to Kennedy. And Martin playing it right there on the halfway line to the boot of Pearce. He keeps it low. And just looking at Pearce and Maloney tonight, I know this might sound like an exaggeration, but they look like their confidence level is just even higher than it was going into Origin. They've come out of that with flying colours, and they just exude confidence now, don't they?
Yeah, they look like they have so much time. I think Darren Lockyer spoke about it in the pre-game. You play Origin, then you come back to club footy, it just seems so much slower.
Oh, that was a big collision between him and Cordner. And Cordner hung in there, grabbed a boot. Moy trampled over the top of him, but Cordner, he was hanging on. And Bongo. It goes away to Sando, and Sando goes very, very high, bringing Minicello up to take it well. So the count goes to ground, 20 metres out from his own line. Here is Tuivasa-Sheck. Just inside 30. Sunday. It's forward. The referee didn't need any help, but he got plenty from the Parramatta fans, and it was a forward pass. And here's Jarrett about to go on. Ricky just having a last word to him. Andrew's of the opinion he'll go. Well, hang on a moment. He's not going on. He's going up the tunnel. I'm just thinking of Russell Packer. Is anybody else?
Well, we weren't going to say it.
Well, I say it.
We weren't going to say it.
Well, hang on a moment. 99% of people were waiting for some of us to say it.
We were being polite.
Let's go, Matt. Stay down. Hold, boys, hold. Ball.
Can we get the dressing room camera and see what he's doing?
Exactly right. Here's Morgan. Here's a penalty going to Parramatta.
Wait. Hang on. Whoa. Hang on, mate. Hang on. You right?
Thinking of Packer, if you had been playing golf, making water, you could take a drop, couldn't you? I think that's the rule. Keating back to Manor now. And they're 12 metres out from the Roosters line. Play back for Keating to come away to Sando, to the middle of the ground, for Kelly to go back and pick up Mulaney. Mulaney, he's got rid of one, but he's not got rid of Williams. Williams hangs on. 8 metres out from the line. That's how close they are. 1 foot on the line. That's sufficient to be onside. And away for Kelly. Kelly into Paulo. There it is, unloaded to Mulaney. Now to Loco. Loco to Sio, and Sio scores. Ken Sio has scored. Pretty much an identical try to the one that he scored. I think it was the first try of the day at Mudgee a couple of weeks ago. They've got to try the referees, but they want to have a look at it.
Linesman was yelling out, just check it. Checking for grounding, whether or not he held onto the ball or had a hand on the line as he put it down. It was a beautifully worked switch of play. Sio, ball in the right hand, outside the field of play, does it easily. Easily. What are they checking there, Rabbits? I think they just wanted to see it in slow motion. It looked that good.
Yeah, I just think the touch judge was playing it very cautiously. And it is a try for Parramatta, so they've gone punch for punch with them so far. We'll be back in a moment on Friday Night Football. There he is, this young fellow, 22 years of age, Ken Sio. He can find the line. He played his junior football at the same club, of course, that Paul Gallen was at Wentworthville, one of our great junior clubs.
Wendy Leagues.
Wendy League, Ringrose Park.
One of the great clubs.
Yeah.
What is that?
Gus and I used to spend a bit of time there having a drink or whatever.
I played for Wendy League.
I know you did. Here's Sando, and he's got it. It looked like it was going to draw, and then he's got a bit of a fade on the tail of it. Yes, young fella, you're right. Your team has levelled up at 6-all. Darren Lockyer sideline.
Yeah, for their confidence, this is the best thing that can happen to Parramatta. They didn't panic here. They just kept the ball alive. They come out to the left hand. Loco, who's had a great start. Kenny Dow probably didn't need to go in there. And Sio finishes it great. Yeah, you see here, again, Kenny Dale didn't know to come in there, but Loco's had a great start this game. Great finish by Sio.
So 6-all is the score. As Maloney starts us again. And Kelly giving it immediately to Moi Moi. There's only one gear in this vehicle that Moi Moi is driving, and that is full speed ahead. There's no first, second, third. You don't go through the gears. Just go straight into the top, and away he goes, and now they get a penalty.
And the Roosters are finding out what a lot of teams have found out so far this season. Parramatta are a vastly different commodity here at home. The last time these two teams met earlier in the season, it was a 50-point routing. The Roosters were far too strong, but they're made of much sterner stuff when they play here at Parramatta.
Manna.
Hold it.
And Moi, but through just the last thread of defence pulled him down. Penalty goes against the Roosters. Hand on the ball. Jake Friend.
You see this happen a lot. A team comes in as a very, very heavy favourite, expected to win comfortably, score the first try easily and lead 6-0. And there's just that little drop-off in intensity, and it can just reach up and grab you. And that's what's happened to the Roosters here at the moment. They're a little bit at 6s and 7s. They need to restore the energy back to their defence.
Manna playing the ball just outside 20. Now Sando, Kelly away, and then Joseph Paulo. Mullaney comes in from the back, and Mullaney scores. The number 14, or the number 1 if you like, got rid of the number 1 for the opposition and puts it down for a try.
Now this shows exactly that they're off their game, the Roosters. They've come here as heavy favourites tonight. They opened the scoring with a very simple try with a kick across field. They've defended this play against every team in the competition all year without conceding hardly any points. But tonight, a little bit of laziness, a little bit of lackadaisical, a little bit of complacency, and Parramatta surged to the front.
Well, there's the try scorer, James Mullaney. And as I said in commentary, and sometimes I go back to fullbacks or players in the past, but he's not very big. In fact, I was just looking at him talking to Matthew Keating. I don't think he's any taller than Chris Sando. Here's Chris, and he keeps it low and very much on line. So Darren Lockyer again on the sideline. We're back to you.
Yeah, the Parrot boys are looking good. Martin Kennedy was a bit slow out of the dummy half area, which shortened the Roosters lineup, but that was pretty soft there from Kenny Dow. The Roosters, as Gus said, they're just off their game. I mean, it's unlike Mitchell Pearce and Sean Kenny Dow to be that soft in that part of in that area of the field.
So 12-6 in favour of Parramatta. 20 minutes of the game gone. Roosters scored first. Tupou scoring at the 7th minute. If you people are interested in the first try scorer, it was Daniel Tupou from the Roosters. And that looks like Allgood, who's out there now. Jumper number 16, Mitchell Allgood. And Matt Ryan takes this play out to the 20-metre line. And here is Terapo again, getting it out to the 30-metre line. Taken by Kennedy and O'Donnell. Keating running at almost a half circle before popping it back to Kelly. And Kelly will play the ball inside the 40-metre line. Away it goes to Sando, and Sando kicks. And it goes down to Tuivasa-Sheck. Away he comes. Up towards the 30-metre line. Terapo and Ryan putting themselves in the defence as Tupou comes away from his wing. I mean, that's probably very standard these days. Winger plays it to winger. Minicello, right on halfway, gets a penalty.
Hand on ball.
Hand on ball, you heard there from Adam Devcic.
A little bit of energy there from the skipper. Wins the penalty, just trying to lift his troops a little bit. We'll see what the Roosters come up with now that they start a set of 6 deep in Parramatta territory.
Yeah, watch the Roosters from set starts, Gus. They like to load up their left side, especially their back rowers playing together. Cordner and also Orbison on the left side going at Sando. Just watching this set.
O'Donnell just inside the 20-metre line. Kennedy now running it all good, and Terapo, Loco, 3 of them involved for Parramatta. All good hangs on as long as he can. And Pearce goes along the line to Cordner. So Boyd will play it 5 metres out. There's the line. And it's come to Kennedy. Kennedy's big and strong, and he gets it down to score. Martin Kennedy has scored for the Roosters in what eventually seemed a pretty simple try.
Well, it was a very soft try, and that's not going to help the Roosters' mentality, because now they'll be of the belief, well, all we're going to do is get up the other end of the field and we'll just stroll across. This is extremely soft, right on the goal line, friend across field, picks up Kennedy, and he just out-muscles his opposition, just pushes them out of the way and muscles his way into the in goal.
From right in front then, Maloney will attempt conversion of the try scored by Martin Kennedy. In fact, all the players that provided the New South Wales teams 14 points playing in this match tonight. Maloney, Jennings and Hayne. And Maloney picks up where he left off. Brad Fittler sideline.
Penalties seem to be the real enemy of both teams at the moment. All tries coming on the back end of penalties. If you have a look here, Luke O'Donnell draws in about 3 or 4 sets of eyes. And Marty Kennedy, you might think a few of the Roosters are a bit underdone tonight, but it's just one bloke that doesn't know how to be underdone. That's why Big Mel's looking at him. He never stops.
A really poor defence. Do you see the spacing around the ruck? And all the defenders were looking at the dummy half. You got to get back in defence and look what's in front.
Well, it's inexperience, Andrew, and that's the problem with playing fellas in first grade that aren't quite ready yet. And they just get under pressure and can't make good decisions. But that's why they're there. They're there to get to experience.
Cordner. I think Ricky's major problem is he's got too many blokes out there that really are in the same boat. They need experience. You can't have them all in basically the same side. And he made the point to you, and it's a strong point. He said, I'm giving them the chance to make it in the NRL, either at this club or another club. They've got the time to show me that they should stay, or they might, in fact, reach their potential at another club. So Maloney kicks, and he doesn't get that brilliantly. It's gone to Tupou, and the big fella flies down to Jennings. And Jennings across, runs into Minicello, then wanted to go back, and Minicello was still in the road. Ball bounces to Maloney, and eventually Parramatta come up with it. The poor old Jennings, here's Jarrett about to come in. Poor old Jennings, he'd be saying, I wish you'd go away, Anthony, and leave me with some space. So on he goes. On he goes. Third match only out of 17 in the #1 jumper on Wednesday night. Jared Hayne is out there for Parramatta now. And taking the run is all good. Right on the halfway line. There is Hayne up at first receiver. Mullaney has stayed back at fullback. Hayne then obviously is going to play at number 6. Kelly has come off. And Hayne was down after that to make the tackle. Kenny Dow just inside the 30-metre line. Tupou.
He does a lot of this, Tupou. Been really impressed with him this year. The workload, the amount of runs, the yardage he makes around the middle.
Maloney throwing dummies and then deciding to go. Minicello desperate for the ball inside. Pearce! And Mitchell has taken in a diving tackle, an athletic tackle from Ryan. The chip from Friend is gathered in by Maloney. He's having a busy night at the back. Got himself a try, but he's been put under pressure.
You'd have to think with Maloney being back there that Jared Hayne's gone to number 6. He's playing 5'8", is he?
Yeah.
Maloney fielding the kick.
Yep. Sando across to Hayne. Hayne tackled inside the 20-metre line. This is O'Hanlon to the 30-metre line. Keating to Sando. Zando clears. Kicking big. Down inside 10.
Look at this big thing. Have a look at this. He does this all day.
You imagine if he put about 5 or 6 kilos on.
Oh, he will. He hasn't grown up yet.
Okay.
Only a baby.
Minicello. Taken by Hayne, who's very much involved in his first efforts in defence, down the ground very quickly to put his hand up. Now, 15 is out there. Nuasala. We've got 12 minutes of the half to go. And here is Minicello bouncing around in middle ground, held by O'Hanlon. Then to Pearce, and he rubber kicks, and it goes down to Williami, and Mulaney knocked it backwards. And don't quite know why people would be booing, but he definitely knocked it backwards. So this is Seo, who's gone across from his wing over here on the western side. This is Williami on debut from Woi Woi, losing the ball, and it's going to be a scrum.
Lost the ball.
Referee was making it quite clear that it was lost by the Parramatta player. Wairia Hargreaves up in the players' area, serving suspension. 12 all there. And 11 minutes to the break.
Great attacking position here. Scrum feed 10 metres out right in front of the post. Maloney's drifted off to the left. Now he's coming back to the right.
You got Jennings and Sonny Bill Williams together on the left.
That looks ominous, doesn't it?
Wow.
That's where they're going. There's Jennings, and he dummies to Williams, going through fast. Jennings plays it 5 out. And Friend goes away to the 17 for the Roosters. Lou.
You would have thinking it would have been the other way around. It should have been Sonny Bill Williams throwing to Jennings, shouldn't it?
Friend, Pearce, 2 decoys, then Maloney, and then a cut-out ball. Tuivasa Sheck will score, will he? Yes, he does. He's so determined. And Roger Tuivasa Sheck scores for the Roosters to take them to 16-12.
Yeah, you said it in the commentary there, Rabs. 2 decoys. This is what the Roosters do well on the edge of the ruck. They have 2 forwards going through, which holds up Jared Hayne there, which frees up the overlap on the outside. And then look at this young man go. Great footwork, goes inside Loco, shrugs off Hayne, scores in the corner.
Calling tries, aren't we, so far? Here he is, the other winger now for the Roosters. They've both got 1 each, Tupou and Tuivasa Sheck. That's him there alongside Kenny Dow. As you can see, he'd like to have the height of Kenny Dow, or more importantly, Tupou. He's got blinding speed and he's so strong.
Brilliant footwork. He really is a cracking player. And his best position will be at fullback when the great Anthony Minicello retires. But, he did that comfortably there. Maloney from wide out on the other side of the field now. A few battle scars there from Wednesday night.
Here's Maloney, and he's again sent it out as though it was going to draw, but it's come back. So it's a converted try. It's 18-12, 32 minutes gone. On Monday, Channel 9 will broadcast the Gold Telethon live in aid of the Sydney Children's Hospital. It'll be hosted by some of Nine's favourite personalities. There'll be live crosses to the Sydney Children's Hospital throughout the day, and live chats with the voice coaches and Australia's Got Talent judge Jerry Halliwell. This year, the telethon target is $3.6 million to support essential equipment, services and research at the Sydney Children's Hospital. To donate, here's the number, 1800-644-336, or go to goldtelethon.com.au. That's Monday, right through the day, live on Channel 9. This is Lou, Isaac, Maloney, Jennings, Jennings to Tupou. Tupou sprinting, lifting the legs high, skipping over the top of the last tackler and putting it down to score.
Adam, check this. Check for a pullback. I'm going to try. Check for a pullback here.
Worried about a player being impeded in an attempt to defend.
We have tackle
They've
5.
got to try. That's what they're saying.
A try.
Check everything. Check everything.
For a pullback.
Check everything.
On a defender near the touchline.
A pullback.
Yeah. Everyone jumps up because a great try has been scored, and now we've got a
Pullback.
pullback.
It sounds like we're in a 7-6-7 at Mascot waiting to get a pullback. I haven't heard of this one, the pullback.
Well, they're saying maybe he grabbed a jersey. Everyone's got excited. Now we've got to wait and see. Jennings too fast on the outside. Nice pass. Tupou hits it at speed. Jennings no look pass. Probably went forward, I'd say. And then Jennings, does he grab hold of that player there? You'd have to see the... I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, he's tapped
Oh,
in.
dear.
No. He was scratching his back.
It was a love tap.
Well, yes, I know. But why are we checking this?
Look at this goose step.
Well, I don't know whether it was necessary.
Just didn't mind that.
Have a look at big, long stride. He could have stepped over the top of that bloke if he wanted to. Have a look at this. No.
Look at that one. Well, there's the goose step to beat all goose steps.
He goes into the play because he gets pushed by Chris Sando. That's why Jennings went into the Parramatta winger.
Everyone booing the forward pass.
Yeah, but they can't rule on that.
I know, but they can't take the try off them for that, surely.
Well, this was innocuous. I think that's the word. Yeah, it's a try. Thank God for that. Some common sense has been exhibited here.
Geez, it was some pass from James Maloney to start that raid down the left side. He dummies the kick and then goes whoosh, gets him on the outside of Chris Sander. And then have a look at this. A big, long, striding Daniel Tupou, but it's the left side attack of the Roosters. Watch this. Watch the dummy kick here, which makes Chris Sander stay back and then whack, gets Jennings on the outside. And it's lethal, the left side. Look at it. Look at the players inside. Pearce, Minicello, Tupou.
Well, that's been on all night. I mean, Maloney's taken his time to actually get that pass away, but if they keep going that side of the field with Sando marking Jennings and the inexperienced Willie Army on that right-hand wing, then this fellow will knock up scoring tries this evening. Ominous signs there. Roosters will be up to 24. Maloney kicks this.
Oh, what an athlete this kid. Tonight we're really seeing, well, I'm seeing tonight something from Daniel Tupou that people were predicting.
He's a gazelle. He gallops across the ground. He's one of the wildebeests.
Right. The galloping gazelle. Maloney, meantime, converts, and there he is, a full shot of him. You need a big screen to get him in. 24-12, Brad Fittler.
Yeah, last two tries have been on the back end of some really slick passing from hookers and halves. Yeah, look at him run down the sideline. What a great sight. It'll be a sight, I'm sure, for Roosters fans for a long time. And on the pain away injury report, Luke O'Donnell's getting a couple of stitches in the cheekbone, but he will be back.
There's Jennings with the ball. Then Pearce going short into Guerra.
He's an ungainly thing, Guerra. You watch him, he'll spin out of tackles and come out the other side. And I don't know how he does it. They can't tackle him.
Mortimer's out there at dummy half. Here's Williams holding it back and trying to put Kenny down into space. He plays it 40 metres out from his line. Here's Guerra with the ball again. Fresh man on, looking for work. Mortimer to Pearce, to Maloney. Ryan came up quick. Maloney got a kick in. Sando goes back, cleans it up, and will play the ball back on the 30-metre line.
You guys are inside the 10.
And inside the 10 is the call.
I'm gonna run through here, Gav.
Inside the 10. In other words, the player was in front of the kicker and had to stay outside the 10 or remain passive. Well, that's been taken on the fingertips by Tuivasa Sheck. And the Roosters immediately go back on the attack.
Pretty clever, isn't he?
The makings of a good side here, haven't they?
Oh, mate, they can win a competition this side. There's no risk about that.
Here's the catch.
Look at this. Gotcha. Gotcha.
That is incredible. Bill Lowry down in Melbourne will be watching on our sister channel. What a catch, Bill. And here's obstruction, penalty to Parramatta.
Waiting for advantage.
Ran around him and then went back.
I was just waiting for advantage, mate.
All right, action replay. See if they find touch this time. It's one of the real sins of the game, isn't it? Kicking out on the full when you don't have to, and then not kicking out on the full when you should. And he gets the cheer from the sideline. He put that way up in the grandstand.
Where's Hayne? Hayne and Paulo on the left side. Let's see what they can come up with this set.
Only lost 3 games this year, the Roosters, and 2 of them against 2 of the top sides, Melbourne and South. Ryan, is it the year of the Rooster? Is it the year of the Chook? Ooh. All coming across to Hayne and now into Jacob Loco. Loco taken by Tuivasa-Sheck. 15 metres out from the Roosters line. He loses the ball. Devcich points to the spot. Bring it in here, 20 metres in. And it'll be a Roosters feed.
Watching Jacob Loco come through the lower grades, I got a little bit worried that he was only ever going to be left-handed. He would only carry the ball in his left hand and fend with the right. And I think it actually caused him a couple of injuries when he was younger. Fellas tackling him side on, down low in his knees. And he still hasn't developed the ability to step back inside or hold the ball in the opposite hand or even in 2 hands. Do you get that feeling, Andrew?
Yeah, that's his trick. He likes to get the ball standing on the inside of his centre and skip to the outside and then use that big fend. Similar to what Greg Inglis done the other night. Here goes Jennings.
They're giving Chris Sando a bit of a workover out there. So much of their play has gone that left side where Chris defends on the right. That's Orbison. Now Maloney. Now Pearce. Quick. Williams. Good. Athletic. Maloney to the halfway. Minicello trying to squeeze through. 8 metres into Parramatta's area. Here goes little Mortimer. Oh! Took shoulder. It wasn't a shoulder. It was Darcy Lussick with a legitimate charge at him. He had an arm involved in it. That's what rules out the shoulder, and that's gone over the dead ball line on the full.
Was that a field goal attempt there?
Hold on, mate.
Don't know. Was it a drop kick?
Yeah.
I think it was. Let's have a look. Here's a tackle. Bang. Get that into you. Mortimer bounced up, and he came again, Lussick, and ragdolled him.
That's okay.
But I do think Maloney drop-kicked that ball. He was looking for a one-pointer before the break.
I think you're right. You've got those old eagle eyes of yours working brilliantly. Loco, new pair of glasses too. They look good on you. Frameless. Lovely stuff. Paulo.
You just reminded me to put them on. I wondered why everything was fuzzy.
Sando. Hayne. Cut out pass. Cuts everybody out and finishes up with Williame. And there is the siren in the background. Well, if you like watching tries, you're watching the right game. Tupou has got a couple. Kennedy's got one. Tuivasa-Sheck's got one. Seo and Mullaney have got tries for the Eels. Jennings really putting himself into the game at the back end of the half. We'll take a break. Holden half-time. Cameron Williams, Darren Lockyer, Brad Fittler take us through the VB hard-earned first half highlights. You're watching Friday Night Football across Australia on the 9, Win and NBN networks.
Welcome back to Channel 9's Friday Night Football. Trent, how are you feeling after 20 minutes?
Yeah, we're a bit loose. I thought we were looking for space rather than trying to play through them, and it caused a bit of instability in that first half. We need to defend well and get some consecutive sets on them.
Is that what you have to do to get the game?
Yeah, we need to play tough. We need to defend well. We need to work on our ethic there, and then we need to get some consecutive sets. When we play down their end, we're controlling the game, but it got a bit loose there.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Trent Robinson there, the Roosters coach, interviewed by a former Roosters coach, Brad Fittler. And tonight, of course, I'm reminded that it is the Ronald McDonald House night here at Parramatta Stadium. And the great man is here himself, Ronald McDonald. That fellow to the left is Alan Overton, the former president of Parramatta. He, I think, is the patron of Ronald McDonald House. This club, Parramatta, has had a very close association with the house for a long period of time. The players do some amazing things for Ronald McDonald House. They play Santa Claus, they go there for Christmas, and they bring kids from the house over here and host them at our matches here at Parramatta Stadium. So is it any wonder that they devote a night to Ronald McDonald House? But Parramatta's not the only club that does wonderful things for charity. In fact, it's something that exists right throughout rugby league. Jared Hayne came on as a replacement in the first half. He's playing at 5'8", though he's wearing the 1. Parramatta down by 12. They got to 12-6 in front, actually. Chrissy Sando, as is always, he's looking at traffic coming at him, and in fairly big numbers.
I'm always amazed when you come to Parramatta Stadium. Doesn't matter how badly Parramatta might be going on the competition table, people turn up to watch. If they ever get this place going again, it is one of the real jewels in the crown in the NRL so far as a supporter base. They're very, very passionate people.
So Mitchell, or I should say James Maloney, kicks off the second half of Friday night football. And this is Darcy Lussick, who'll play the ball back on his own 20-metre line. That's O'Hanlon. Now to Sando. This is Ryan. In fact, that was Mitchell Allgood who took the second play. This is O'Hanlon. Right on the red line. Joseph Paulo. Oh, a dummy to a player running close, and then through Hayne. It's gone on to Loco and back on the inside. They've picked up Seo, who's found Hayne, and Hayne is over there in traffic, and he'll be made to play the ball 20 metres out from the Roosters line. The Eels attacking early in the second half. Sando kicks, Minicello in the mouth of goal, takes it, and is taken by Sando, and all good. Mortimer taking a hit on the head. I see him feeling his forehead as Tupou. There's a penalty given against the Eels inside the 10.
And that's a lazy penalty. Tackle one, it was a really slow play the ball. You could tell a mile away that it was Tupou going to be running the ball. There was no reason to get offside. And it's, there's one thing about enthusiasm and there's another thing about common sense. And unfortunately, inexperienced players just do silly things like that. That just lets the Roosters out comfortably there.
So here they come with Nuasala. Both benches have been utilised by coaches Robinson and Stewart. Mortimer, Pearce, Guerra, Williams coming in, looking for a little short ball, but Guerra was well taken out of it by then. Here's Mortimer across, showing it. Pearce going on, Orbison with it. And Orbison is 15 away from the Parramatta line. Mortimer to Pearce. Inside ball to Minicello, and the defence knocking him down. Now to Pearce. And he goes in towards Jared Hayne, and it's come off the finger of the Rooster. So it'll be out to the 20 for the restart. Guerra got fingers to it. Yeah, you're right about the popularity of clubs, and I guess everybody's entitled to be of the same opinion, but these teams in Western Sydney, it's always a bonanza for the game if the teams in Western Sydney are competing strongly.
Well, are you coming out to Western Sydney on Sunday to Penrith Rabbits?
I'm thinking of it.
To watch the Oak Panthers go around?
I'm thinking of it.
The Oak Panthers up against the West Tigers. There's a Western Sydney battle for you. Centrebet Stadium on Sunday. Should be a beauty.
Raymond Hadley will be calling that game for you.
Why don't you come out and I'll buy you a birthday cake?
I remember one time I went up there to do a Penrith West Tigers match. I think and one of them led by a mile at half-time and got run over. It's one of the more incredible games of football I've ever seen. Mitchell, all good. Will play the ball just outside the 20-metre line. And it goes from Keating and back to Hayne and over then to Joseph Paulo. And he plays the ball just on the 20-metre line. Roosters end of the ground. And now it's O'Hanlon. This is Sando. This is Ryan. And Matt Ryan. 12 metres away. Played to Keating. Sando long. Hayne down to Paulo. Behind Loco. Finding Mullaney. And he's looking at the sideline. Stayed in the field of play. Now Loco swings it to Paulo. On to Hayne. This is O'Hanlon. O'Hanlon, he got through and he had the ball there, but he was looking for support in vain. Now Sando, and he goes out to Big Ryan. The ball goes behind them. Sando throws the ball. It's knocked on, I think, by Lussick. Going in to score is Jared Hayne, but I thought I saw a knock on.
Well, we've got to check everything, I think. What are they going to say?
We have tackle 6. We have a try.
Wow.
Check for a knock on.
Well, the ball ricocheted everywhere. It looked like a pinball at the top of the table.
I thought I saw a knock on from the number 15, which was Darcy Lussick.
Sure, the ball comes out the back from Matt Ryan.
There's no doubt about that.
I'm sure there's a forward pass. Ryan's nearly over.
Well, they can't rule on forward passes.
No, we're not worried about the forward pass part of it. There she is coming out the back. It's still okay, but watch this next
pass.
fellow.
Well, that's forward.
That's forward.
There's the bloke. Well, does he knock it backwards, Lussick?
Darcy, I'm sure he knocks it back, but the pass from Sando to Darcy Lussick, he was a metre forward.
Well, they can't rule on the forward pass, but they might get him for the knock on. He's lost that there anyway. I think he's lost that into Jennings. Ryan. There's your forward pass there. Look at that. That's gone way forward. My God.
That's gone backwards off this fella.
That's gone backwards.
Lussick.
This could be a try.
Well, but the ball's gone way forward. Just rule no try and don't give it a reason.
Ryan's got control there. Comes out the back. This pass only goes 3 metres forward.
Oh, my God.
That's the one I thought was a knock on, but it's not.
Yeah, well, just push the red button and don't tell us why you did.
Well, you know, it does raise the subject, though. Is it not a bit stupid that they can't rule on forward passes?
Won't be a try, surely.
There's a try. There's a try. Keep asking the question. Well, Jared Hayne has slithered across for a try. Think of it as you may. There is absolutely no doubt there was a forward pass in there. I've got no problems with Ryan when he's tackled. He's entitled to bat the ball backwards, which he did. Lussick, it's hit him on the knee. That's not a knock-on. And then he rakes it backwards off the hand. That's not a knock-on. But there's a forward pass in there as blatant as you'll see. And with all this technology we've got, they can't rule on it.
Yeah, there's 4 officials out there too. They came up with a try anyway.
Sando converting the try scored by Jared Hayne. It's 24 plays 18. This is the pass. This is the pass.
Well, that ball may have even come off his hand.
It might have even got a touch on Lussick's hand, eh? Well, they might have ruled then that he didn't play at the ball.
Stay outside here, Roosters.
That's backwards. That's okay.
Anyway,
I think the only point that we really have to press here is why can't they really forward passes?
No, we're not. No.
What about
Get rid of the video referee, Rabbits. Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. For put downs in the in goal only. You're just wasting our time.
I can't see how a put down is any less important than a forward pass.
Let the referees decide. If they miss it, they miss it. But let's not take 20 minutes to miss it.
Mullaney, and here is Morgan. This is O'Hanlon. Sando. Awkward bounce over there for Tuivasa-Sheck.
So the problem for the Roosters mentally is that they just feel they can score whenever they want to. They don't feel threatened by the Parramatta defence. If Parramatta could just stiffen up a little bit and just deny the Roosters for a while, suddenly get them a little bit nervous, you never know.
Minicello. Guerra. Held by Lussick and Ryan. Pearce. Here's William. Sonny Bill is picked up and driven into the ground by Jared Hayne.
He's been very quiet tonight, Sonny Bill, hasn't he?
Maloney. It's a big kick. Down she comes to Williami.
In goal. 20 in the middle.
He ruled that he had a foot in the in goal. Williami on debut.
Close up before kickoff of Williami. He looked at 16 years old. How old is he? Looked like he was in one direction. Look at him.
19, Ryan. 20. All good. Sando. Short for O'Hanlon. A couple of good things, this fellow, Pat O'Hanlon.
When he first came to Parramatta, he had a little bit of a rap on him. And he looked like a fellow who could go on. He hasn't done much of late, but he's one of the 12 they're told to move on.
Minicello went high. Hayne went in, made the tackle. And to ground.
Oh.
Penalty goes Roosters.
Now there it is again. Tackle one. Parramatta lazy, getting offside on tackle one. The Roosters came up with an error here. And Parramatta would have had the ball. But all for a little bit of lack of effort, getting back onside. Look at this. There's the error. Well,
Does he penalise Jared Hayne for not being square? Jared Hayne plays at the arm of Mitchell Pearce. Knocks his arm down.
I don't know about that.
No, if he got Hayne, he got him for not being square. Nuasala. Just getting back to that take by Anthony Minicello, we all jumped in on top of Billy Slater during this season for a take of his against Canterbury. A duel with young Clemmer. He's not on his own. Billy Slater. That's really the fullback's bumper bar. So a mistake now by the Roosters.
Yeah, Sonny Bill again. He's a little bit out of sorts tonight, SBW. He's been conspicuous by his absence. He hasn't really chimed into the game in either attack or defence. He's just having one of those nights where things aren't going his way.
You get the feeling every time he gets the ball, he's thinking pass. And the back rowers, even though they're ball players such as Sonny Bill Williams, they're at their best when they're running the ball, when they think run instead of pass.
I think he's just got to charge onto a couple for a while and
Get in.
get himself into the contest. They're playing in about third gear, the Roosters.
Loco. Head-on tackle by Guerra. Almost on halfway. Ryan runs it at Orbison. Parramatta enjoying some territory advantage. Up to the 30-metre line now with Mitchell Allgood. Sando got a floating pass. Now Guerra's tackle got him around the ears. Crowd wanting a penalty. Referee applied some discretion. Moi. 20 out. Here's the last. Sando rolls the dice. And it goes into touch. Or should I say over the dead ball line. 24-18. And the Roosters have put together 4 tries. The Eels 3. USA. And breaking through is Lou. He's gone right down to the 30-metre line and knocked on by Minicello. Well, Isaac Lou broke into the backfield. And the support came, but he couldn't get them clean ball. Here he is. Geez, I'll tell you what, there was a bit of jumper grabbing, wasn't there?
That was pretty average, wasn't it?
There was just air grabbing, and then Mini just can't quite control it.
Where's the ball?
See, going back to that try, that video referee on the try, Darcy Lussick was standing so far in front of him when Sando threw the ball, they could have given a penalty for offside.
Deliberately forward.
Yes.
Here it is again.
But Lussick's in front of him and he throws it and it hits him. So why not just rule him offside rather than say forward pass?
It's a very good point you made. You're not ruling on a forward pass, then you're ruling on offside. Parramatta getting a penalty.
Anyway, the crowd are hanging in here. Their troops are only 6 behind. There's 26 minutes left. Everyone, all the tipsters said this would be 40 or 50. Well, I told you, Roberts, didn't I? I told you, the Eels, beware.
Keating, all good.
You laughed at me over dinner.
It is significant. You've waited till it's 24-18 before you bring it up. Moi. Moi accused of milking. Hayne, Sando goes back behind Ryan. He picks up Mullaney. It's gone on to Williami, but he's given the ball to a bloke called Tupou. And he's wearing the wrong jumper. 22 out from his line. This massive winger.
Yeah, that was bad luck. It was good play by Parramatta. And here they go again. Over-enthusiasm giving away an early penalty.
So they're going to let him go. It's on. It's on. There's punches going. Left, right and centre. And away to the right, Mitchell Pearce and Matthew Keating still having a bit of a disagreement.
Now, what started all that?
Well, I don't know. I think Matt Ryan was involved in some shape or form.
Yeah, I think it was Matt Ryan and Boyd Cordner.
You go over there.
Take him that way. Go that way now.
Come on. Look at the screen from over there. Look at the screen from over there. Come on. Go. Darren. Was it a ring pass? The penalty's already given, mate. Who cares? Hey, Jared, button it right now, pal. Button it.
Right back, mate.
Okay.
Well, I haven't really seen anyone hit, so I think Cordner took exception to the fact that Ryan bumped into him after a penalty had been blown. But it wasn't much of a bump. Everyone's holding on. No one can throw a punch.
Cordner's teammate, he disabled Ryan. Somebody had hold of Ryan's right arm, so Matthew All he had was his left hand to hit with.
We're getting frustrated because we're dominating the tackle and you're blowing penalties for them.
Okay.
You can't run forward, hit me late.
The bottom line is, mate, there's no need for you to go doing that. You've got the penalty. Bit of self-control. Better self-control than that.
Yeah.
All right.
Bringing it back to what I said before, we're dominating the tackle and you're blowing, and that's why we're getting frustrated.
We're just calling as we said.
Yeah.
We're just...
Same as them.
Righto. Philly. Out your kid. Yep. Listen, mate. I know you didn't start that, but I don't want you making it worse, okay? I don't want you making it by running in, okay? There wasn't a great deal in that one. I don't want you running in.
Where are we going to go?
The penalty is still to the Roosters because the initial penalty is already given.
So you can
for the 10.
You can throw punches in if you want to get away with it.
No, don't be like that, Tim. You know that's not right, mate. The reason, the reason the penalty is the way it is because the 10 metres happened first. That's what the penalty's for, right? Now make sure they stay under control. Got it? Stay under control. I'm taking this set. Right.
Okay.
Have a look at Minicello here, where it comes off. Watch Fui and watch Minicello. It breaks out. Mini turns around. It says this Fui says, "You're getting nowhere near me." Hell on top.
Wait here. Wait. Go.
O'Donnell.
Oh, that'll liven things up. The crowd's into it.
His friend, now Orbison. There goes the ball. Knocked out with a really hard tackle by Sander.
Oh, had to be a knock on, surely. Yes.
Whistle's gone, boys.
Now, Sando is getting the high fives, and again there's a little bit of an eruption, and Moy's involved again.
Get here.
So it's Cordner.
Out here. Mate, I just told you. No, I don't care. Self-control, pal. In here. You ran in again. Don't do it. I'm telling you, pal. Make sure you start.
I love footy.
Make sure you keep it that
How
one,
good
mate.
is it?
Okay? It's a knock on, mate. It's a knock on.
Down there.
Righto. Come on. We're having a scrum. It's a scrum. Come on.
It was a really good shot here. Chris Sando underneath. Orbison spills the ball out. There's nothing much happening here. I don't know why they just didn't blow knock on there. Then they wouldn't have had all this trouble. Yeah, that was good.
Fui, he's trying to work out what this man means by self-control.
He said, I'm not doing anything.
I like the face of the referee, Adam Devsich. He's got a deadpan look about him. You know. I told you earlier, self-control. So it's played by Moy, and here's Manor. Taken down by Sonny Bill Williams. Now Jared Hayne. An in ball for Paulo. That's okay. Didn't touch the ground. 17 is O'Hanlon. 24-18. As we remember the scoreboard. That was Paulo down the left to Loco. 18 out from the line now. For Hay. And he kicks. Sando's after it, but he's in front of the kicker. The ball's gone dead anyway.
Oh, I don't know what he was planning there, Andrew.
Yeah, I have to ask Jared that. He was looking for the far post, I think. One of those banana grubber kicks that bends and turns on the in goal, but there was no bending on that one.
Chilvasashek chopping through the first tackle attempt. Taken by Moy. That is O'Donnell. 8 metres his own side of halfway. Keating and Paulo making the tackle. This is Lou. Cordner. Ryan's there in the tackle. I think that's more than significant.
Don't you love footy when the despised outsider has a real crack? They're having a crack, Parramatta.
Maloney kicking, Minicello chasing. Maloney it is who makes the catch for Parramatta, albeit on the bounce. To Sando and now to Williami. Sio. Just inside the 20-metre line. Well, this match is certainly come alive. Terapo
Good run. If they can just draw a penalty. Just draw a penalty. Get up the other end.
Manna hard up the middle. Met him equally hard by O'Donnell in defence with Kennedy. Manna having a look and appealing to the referee. The Sando puts a kick straight down to Minicello. So here goes Minicello over towards the right side. He'll play it 22 metres out from his own line. And Tuivasa-Sheck goes in and puts his hand up for work. Here's the other bloke, Tupou. Wherever one is, the other's sure to be. Not too far away. On his own 40-metre line for Kennedy. Kennedy to the halfway line. Morgan around the legs. Here's O'Donnell. Built like granite. Plays this game, plays it tough. Pierce high. Up goes CO, down comes the ball, and it's gone over the sideline. Knock on against Parramatta.
Yeah,
I think.
he ruled 6 again. It was a ball that I don't think CO had to catch. They were a long, long way away from their own try line, but he went up. The low percentage play, there's his knock on. Tuivasa-Sheck knocks it on. But they're going to rule first one against Parramatta. So this is the set of 6 they've got to hold out. 18 minutes left on the clock, only 6 behind. This is the set of 6 that could make or break their challenge here tonight.
Kenny down. Maloney goes out deep to Jennings. Jennings brushes Sando away. And Moy and Morgan make the tackle. 10 metres out from the line. Minicello to Friend and now to Orbison. Mitchell to play the ball to Jake Friend. To the right to Mitchell Pearce, and here's Williams. Well tackled, losing the ball. Jared Hayne the tackle, but it's a penalty.
You're the reason he lost it, Jared.
Hand on the ball.
You're the reason he lost it. Hang on.
You sure that?
Yeah, positive, mate. Positive. Hang on, you're not taking it. No. Wait, Mitchell, wait. Get on the line. Get on the line.
I'd like to go back and see what that penalty is for.
Well, after he's made the tackle, I think he's given it a nudge with the hand.
Yeah, mate. Sorry?
Sean Kenny down surrendering a lot. Sean Kenny down surrendering a lot. Can you guys give my output, please?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And late, you call me off.
Well,
how am I meant to get with you if you don't tell me
There
I'm
it is
offside
there.
again?
There it
no,
is.
I can't do that for you. If you're offside, mate, well, the alternative is a whistle.
Now, the Roosters are going to kick for goal. If this is not a mark of respect, I don't know what is, because they virtually said these plucky Eels are giving us a lot of trouble here tonight. We'd best get more than 6 points in front and see if we can dampen their spirit a little bit. Rooster coach, you have nights like this, you turn up and you expect great things and all you get is a little bit of mediocre, and you've just got to sweat it out that you're in front come full time.
Maloney to take them out to that buffer of 8. And he doesn't very often miss, does he? James Maloney. So the Roosters fans now, they can just breathe a little bit easier. Mind you, there's 16 minutes of the game to go. 8 points is hardly enough to start counting your chickens. Now, what's this all about? Sando kicks off. And it's, well, Minicello marking it. Just for a moment I thought it might have been going to be let go. It wouldn't have gone over the dead ball line, though. And here's Jennings, and he's in the middle of the ground, and he's in the middle of the embrace of Moy. This should be a penalty for losing the ball on his way up. So Michael
You can't ball plant.
Coughing it up.
Too quick. Anthony, you tried to play too quick.
Gus, you're at the coach's box, Trent Robinson. What's the message you'll be sending out to your players?
Oh, it's hard to say. I mean, they've got to get back into playing tough. They're not. They haven't played tough all night. He even mentioned those words at half time.
I don't know why you guys bother doing that.
And playing tough just doesn't mean belting people. It means
otherwise we'll be here all night.
really grinding Parramatta back into their own territory and teeing up on them with some big defence and trying to force some turnovers and then run with a little bit of purpose when you get the ball. They've tried to do this as easy as they can tonight, the Roosters.
Manor running from an open side position towards the blind. Taken by Jake Friend. Played to Matthew Keating. Now for Sando. Decoys and runners everywhere. Mullaney in from the back. He's got the happy knack of spinning and spiralling out of tackle. The fullback. Here is Terapo. And charging hard to within 2 metres of the line. Parramatta then with a couple left on his set. A juggle by Hay. It's gone to Paulo and it's picked up by Seo. But there's a ring of red, white and blue around him. 5 gone for Parramatta. Play by Seo. Spun out wide for Jared Hayne. He kicks. He's kicking towards Morgan. And up goes Tupou. There's no contest. Just an absolute waste of time. If you're thinking of putting on an aerial contest with Daniel Tupou. 12 out from their own line, played by Jennings. Tuivasa Sheck.
I don't think there's any purpose in bombing all the way across field to Tupou. You've got to pull it up a little bit short and see if you can get someone else looking for the ball.
This is O'Donnell on his own 30-metre line. Jake Friend goes for a sneaky little run out from dummy half. Ryan and Moi making the tackle. Pearce keeps it low, kicks it into vacant territory between winger and fullback. And Seo obliged to bring it back and taken by O'Donnell and Pearce. Inside his own 20-metre line, coming away from the northern end. Mullaney. Spun down by Kenny Dowell and Williams. Now for Jacob Loco. Just outside the 30-metre line. So just under 13 minutes to go. 26 plays 18. The Roosters with Sando kicking. It bounces off a Roosters player. Sando went down the ground. Minicello stepped away from him. Minicello is taken eventually by Loco. Tuivasa Sheck. Taken again by Loco. Played back to Kenny Dowell. Tries to get rid of Jared Hayne. And he'll play the ball now. Here's Kennedy. 4 Parramatta players combining to put Martin Kennedy away. Friend, Maloney, decoy corner, and then Minicello. Now Jennings up to the 20-metre line. 10 metres in from touch. That's where they are here at Parramatta. Running towards the Peter Sterling terrace end of the ground. Minicello passes. Wishes that he hadn't passed. It's with Lussick. Now for Tim Manor. Penrith and West Tigers, our television match for you on Sunday. 4 o'clock the replay. Ball across to Jared Hay. Hayne is taken down by Mitchell Pearce. Paulo. This is Lussick. Shovels it down to Mullaney, who's held by Maloney.
That was good work by Maloney. If the ball had got to the outside of him, they were in a little bit of trouble, the Roosters.
Ryan bends away one, then they go in high on Ryan.
You got the penalty, boys. Hold on. Hold on.
Just relax. Hey. Hey. Just relax.
Now I think that's Sonny Bill in underneath Ryan there. Sonny Bill's got him high and quite wisely didn't move just in case there was something majorly wrong with young Ryan, but he sort of cradled him there until it was over. Let's have a look. Now right shoulder on the head. You go in underneath him, the penalty's down. And Ryan is sort of a little concussed there, so Sonny Bill just looks after him and cradles him like a baby.
Shades of Billy Slater and was it David Williams?
Yes,
Brookvale?
Yes.
On report.
We got nothing to worry about there, Sonny Bill.
Hold on, mate.
They overreact to
Actually,
these
right?
shoulders coming in contact with heads. They really do overreact to this stuff.
Well, hang on, what's that? What? That's not a. It's obviously not a supplement.
That's a night at the footy.
Well, it's Phooey. Phooey's playing.
Well, my coach might have said that'll do you for the night.
Has he got a pie there too?
Might be apple cider or something. No, that's impossible.
Serious.
Was it a beer?
Sando. Paulo. Pearce has got him with some help.
This will be interesting if the Eels can score.
Now it's away to Sando. Gives it to Mana. Tell you what, we've got a very good bloke on the sideline working for us that could sample that to tell us exactly what it is. He'll tell you what brand it is and everything.
Box,
Here is Hayne. Now Mulaney away from Cordner. Now he goes across the ground and gives it to Terapo, who's got Mitchell Pearce with him, but he beats him. He beats him. He beats another one. He beats another one.
Wow.
Terapo has scored. That's a brilliant effort by the lock forward, Penny Terapo.
Wow! What about them ones? Penny Terapo. He's had some good runs tonight. Twice Rabbits has got out of his chair when he got the ball. And this time Terapo, what's this? He gets it nearly standing still. Pushes away from Pearce. Pushes away again. Pushes away again. Surges. They've got him. They haven't. Shrug. Get out of him away. Wow, Rabbits. Wow.
We have got game on at Parramatta with this fellow, Penny Terapo, scoring a wonderful individual try. Chris Sando converts. It is 26 plays 24. And the coach is barking excitedly. Phooey's limbering up. He wants another piece of this now.
He's been replenished.
Maloney down to Hayne. Here's Mana. Brad, I know you're down there. Is there any chance of you finding out what it was?
Yeah, Rabbi.
Is there any
I found the
chance
culprit. It wasn't a beer.
What was it?
I'll go in my hand. It's a mother.
It's a what?
It's a mother.
Energy drink, eh? Oh,
I don't normally need those, Rabs, but I might give one a crack. Here's the Phooey.
Okay, well, I'm glad we clarified that. Here's Terapo, fresh from a last start victory. Sando with a little chip and a regather is there. No, it's gone the other way with Minicello, a swerving run. He's gone down the ground, support is coming. It'll have to hurry, Mana won't make it. Minicello will score. And Anthony Minicello, the captain, comes to the bridge and rescues the ship.
It was all or nothing.
Tackle one. I've got a try. I just want to check the contact on the try scorer down here.
It was all or nothing. Now, they want to check whether or not Minicello was attacked after he grounded the ball.
Gus,
sorry, mate.
I think Jared Hayne's done a hamstring here.
Yeah,
correct.
Jared Hayne ran through after that chip kick from Sando. Let's have a look here. Tim Mana. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing.
That seemed to be pretty much simultaneous, but Jared Hayne is being assisted from the ground. It would look like he's done his right hamstring. And the decision pending this is only about the idea of an 8-point possible try. It's not. It is a try for the Sydney Roosters, scored by their captain. But this is a sight that nobody that supports the Blues would be enjoying. Jared Hayne hobbling away. Probably a hammy. I think the pain away people might be called upon.
He better get himself into a pain away bath. That's not good. It was a nice little chip kick from Sando. It was an all or nothing play. Sando and Hayne, the two mainstays of the team, went for the big play. We'll have a look at the replay after this, and he wasn't far away from getting it back, Jared Hayne. I'm not sure at what part of the chase he did the hamstring. This again to restore the 8-point lead with only 5 and a bit left on the clock.
You're almost starting to believe that this bloke doesn't miss. Maloney. We've got some wonderful kickers in this game. That kid that plays for the Titans, he's good. Watch this.
There's a little chip kick. He's onside. He can't get round Cordner. He tries to get it.
Ooh.
And he got a bit of a trip there. Now, let's have a look what happens here. He goes to go. I don't know what's happened to him.
Kennedy.
That looked a bit strange.
Jennings.
But the old fella, Minicello, swooped upon it and he ran 70 metres to score the try that gives the Roosters an 8-point lead. It was bad luck for Parramatta.
Nuasana. I was just talking about goal kickers. Haven't we got some wonderful kickers in the game? William. That lad up at the Gold Coast, what's his name, Aiden Caesar. He's a ripper, but this kid's good. Maloney. Then you got the Thurstons. It just never seemed to miss. I've probably missed about 5 or 6, have I?
Well, they all kick well now. They practice so hard. And the fields are so good. I mean, there's...
Oh, hang on a moment. The Roosters are going in to score through Kenny Dow. Well, it just fluctuated. Listen to this.
Kids, we have tackle 0. We have a try. Can you check how the ball comes out?
So someone's lost the ball here, and Sean Kenny Dow has ended up with it.
Okay, let's have a look at this now.
Up he comes. Good hit underneath. The ball just pops out the back. Picked up by Sean Kenny, a bit of a dummy, and off he goes.
Does Jake Friend play at this ball?
No, he's just bobbled it.
I think it's just been a loose carry and brought out by the power of the tackle. And Kenny Dowell has swooped like a vulture.
Well, they didn't deserve that, Parramatta. Their effort has been far too courageous to suddenly concede a couple of tries like that. They were right back in at 26-24. The crowd was all abuzz. Chip kick, Minicello surges onto it, runs 70 metres. And now working the ball out of trouble. They spill their lollies. And Sean Kenny Dow picks it up to race one in.
And it is a try. So they put another one on the board. Tupou has got 2. Kennedy, Tuivasa, Sheck, Minicello, and now Kenny Dow. And the Parramatta captain retires to the box. Just on Parramatta, Gus, you interviewed Ricky at the top of the night. A lot of people are saying, oh, gee, that's unfair. Not necessarily the fact that they have decided to clean out, but the fact that it was done in front of their peers. I'm just wondering your thoughts on all of this.
Well, I don't know how the message was delivered. I mean, we only hear or see what other people's reports. I can't comment on how the message was delivered, but whether or not the message is correct or not, I think that Parramatta are doing the right thing. There's 2 ways to run football clubs. The easy way and the right way. And they've gone the right way. You've got to make tough decisions. And, Parramatta, their performances for a couple of years have been unacceptable. They've got to make decisions.
Maloney again. And with the pain away injury report, Darren, what's the news?
Yeah, with Jared Hayne, it's his right hamstring. Now looking at that replay before, it must have been in that last stride as he lunged from Minicello. I guess from here he'll go away for scans tomorrow to find out the extent of the damage.
Stay outside here, you guys.
You'd have to
Stay
say
outside.
there would be a bit of doubt for Origin 2.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks. It's hard to imagine the way he limped off that would come back in 2.5 weeks.
Roosters coming down with the ball from the restart. And that's Maloney underneath there.
See, in the interview, I said to Ricky Stewart, I don't know why people are surprised at what they've done, because he was brought here to make changes. He was brought here to pick Parramatta up from the doldrums, and you can't do that, you know, without changing the people, I'm afraid. That's just how it works.
Kennedy losing the ball eventually, and Parramatta grabbing the advantage, and it's with Joseph Paulo.
The problem's going to be in replacing those players in the short term, because from what I'm looking at the Parramatta roster, he can only replace them with young players. And as we've seen, the young players might perform for 60 minutes a week, they might perform once a month at the NRL standard, but for the rest of the time, they're going to struggle. So unless he can find some players on the market, and we've got a couple coming already. Corey Norman's coming across. There's a couple of English forwards. Hopewadi comes back from his mission. You know, so he's got to clear the decks. There's no risk about that.
Sando goes long. Jennings came in, and then Morgan is taken by Jennings after being interrupted by Maloney. Sando middle ground. And away it goes from Lussick, and it's found Ryan, who gets the ball away. Back to Lussick. So he goes back where the ball just came from and gives it to the little fullback, who turns it on the inside to Loco. And a penalty goes Parramatta. Seems he was playing an advantage.
We've got to be in position. Just relax. Yeah. You take the 10 on the first ruck.
Yeah.
He's a serious-looking customer, this referee Debsich, isn't he?
Tackle one. Get up, Jack Fred now.
He looks like he's ready for an officer's position. Very serious. Morgan away. Here comes Williami. Can he score on debut? Not now. Mulaney looking for his second. He's hurt his, I think it's his calf muscle, or maybe it's a cramp.
Yeah.
You good?
This will be the last play of the game coming up. Pretty courageous tonight, Parramatta. Give them A for effort.
Sando chipping on the final play. It's gone over the dead ball line. And that should be time. Parramatta going down, but tonight putting up some resistance to a team that beat them on April the 1st of all dates by 50-0. The Roosters have beaten them tonight 38-24. In the process, they scored 6 tries. Tupou 2, brilliant. Kennedy, Tuivasa, Sheck, Minicello, Kenny Dow. The Eels got 4. Sio, Mulaney, Hayne and Terapo scored a lovely individual try. The big news is that Jared Hayne has been taken from the field with what we suspect is a torn hamstring to the right leg. Scans to come. And still to come is VB Friday Night Football wrap-up. We'll speak to some of tonight's stars and reveal the man of the match. You're watching 9, Wide World of Sport.